Back from the gambling group chat, got that Montana State wager locked in against the Yotes this weekend, Bear. It is cold in Bozeman.
Oh, it's
cold
great.
in South Dakota as well, but can't wait to watch these FCS semifinals.
Bozeman was the coldest I ever was on the college game day set when we were there for the Brawl of the Wild a few years back. Really, really cool place. I remember about a half hour before the show started, the power generator just completely froze.
Oh, no.
And we had no power to the set. My laptop basically froze and broke. But that was an awesome college game day memory for me on the road. We wanted to get there for a while. To be there for that Brawl of the Wild was a special show.
Well, I'm hoping to give you something special here with my fade of the week, Bear, and it's presented by DraftKings Sportsbook here. I'm going Syracuse minus 12 against Washington State. Look, one angle that I play in bowl season, Bear, is I take a team who loses everyone and wager against them and when they're playing a team that wants to win this game. So Syracuse, we mentioned earlier in the show, Fran Bound, their head coach, said, hey, man, everyone's playing. Well, guess who's not playing for Washington State? Everyone, right? So starting quarterback, running back, wide receiver, their right tackle, their corner, their best safety. And guess what? Their coach took a job at Wake Forest. Their OC is now at Oklahoma. Their DC left. The quarterback's coach left. The running back coach left. Everyone's gone, Bear. So I will fade the Cougars in this spot here. Give me Syracuse laying the 12.
Yeah, it feels like Sammy was talking about like a money line anchor for something else too. Like, Sarah, you money line sometimes and get risky with favorites in bowl season, but it sure looks like Syracuse is a team that's going to have to try very hard to lose. Hopefully, I'm going to try very hard to lose. My best bet, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, and I alluded to it earlier as well. I like Ohio State minus the 7 against Tennessee here. 7 juiced at DraftKings, 7.5. At other places, if you want to lay 110, I think the Buckeyes, I think there's a lot of recency bias here. People remember the Michigan game, blew the game as a big favorite. Will Howard did not play great, but I think there's a lot to learn from in that game, that now you're going to get the ball in the hands of your best players on the perimeter, Ibuka and Jeremiah Smith, to try and negate that rush defense up front from Tennessee. Look, I still think Ohio State is very, very, very capable of winning 4 games and winning the national championship. Look, Tennessee can go there and win. They very easily could, and a lot of people are predicting them to do that, and a lot of people like them plus the points here. But I think this number in most places staying north of 7 at 7.5 leads me to believe that the books are comfortable with their exposure on Tennessee, and has me feeling that Ohio State may be the right side here. So I am laying the 7 or 7.5, depending on where you want to play it, with the Bucks.
If you can try and play here, I think everyone is sort of on Tennessee.
Shocking. Contrarian for me. Well, imagine that.
I'll tell you, like I said earlier, Bear, if I see them the opening drive, pass, I might hop in Ohio State. It's going to be near 11, 12, 13, right? I mean, 2 touchdowns if they score early. So I think that shows you, if they decide to play the game plan they need to play, they're going to win this game, and they're going to cover. They're better than Tennessee. All right, my best bet, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, is the Penn State Nittany Lions here, minus the 8.5 against SMU. We talked about earlier, James Franklin and his team tend to win and cover these games when they're between 7 and 24 points. And I think they're better. I think the weather matters here. I think that they have matchups in the trenches that can overwhelm SMU. SMU, by the way, average third down distance, Bear, one of the worst in the country. I would not want to get in a game where you are facing Penn State's defensive line in a pass rush situation. I like the creativity of their game plan against Oregon. If they can carry that over against SMU, they're going to score points in this game. So I like Penn State here to cover this number at home. It's actually my sort of one favorite. I like to cover the number this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see if we get any upsets. Like I said, people were talking about upsets in the playoff, the reason for expanding it. Sammy P made a case to play a 14 money line parlay with the favorites. So we'll see what happens. Appreciate those guys, as always, for the gambling group chat. Great kicking around with you as well, Geoff. Thanks, everyone, again, for downloading on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, checking us out on the Bear Bets YouTube channel, and, of course, on FS1. For Sammy, for Will, for Geoff, I'm Bear. Less you bet, more you lose when you win. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.